celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like hate it or love it, I just can't get enough. Labels from calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
Boys and girls, I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off from fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5 days stay, take a quarter meal, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off reception.
Back in September, the Dolphins lost a shootout in their first matchup against the Seahawks. Can Seattle finish the sweep? Find out next.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Hall to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. When you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
First down, right back to Hall. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. In motion left goes Green. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off play action. Bacon. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off the play fake. Bacon. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. To begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense, seeking his 3rd Super Bowl title. He is no stranger to the big game.
He's not a stranger to it at all. In fact, I think he's very comfortable with the stage that is the Super Bowl. We know it hasn't all been roses for him because he's had a share of disappointments. But just when we write him off, his guys always seem to deliver. And here he is now with a chance to make history and be one of just a handful of coaches with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's impressive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Ball again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Walker now on 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. He finds his man. Complete. It's Young. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Working out of the gun, Mills. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Young. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
From the gun, Mills. And that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mills. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Bacon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Operating from the gun, Bacon. He'll get that one complete to Connor. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Bacon. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. He'll return it from the 6. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Bacon. He finds his man. Complete. That's counter.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Bacon. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. And going right back to Walker. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. He finds Hillman. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Straight ahead, Walker. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
sticking with Walker on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, Mills. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, Bacon. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again, Bacon. And he comes back with one complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Bacon. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And he'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Bacon. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased. Doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mills now from the 50. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Ball again on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 67 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bacon. This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Bacon. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
They'll run with Hall. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. On the handoff, this is Walker, and he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up third down.
Third and long for Mills. And he will slide down with a good gain. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he fields it cleanly. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. And second down, a run with Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Hall again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That part, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Bacon. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll run on 1st down. Terrell, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They run the counter. Terrell, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. On 3rd down, Terrell. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mills to throw it. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
Mills sacked. A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing Mills. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22.
But it's 4th down.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
21 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Mills. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Edwards. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Looking to throw is Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the right side, this is Walker. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Buying time to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. of the gun. They run it with Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. A give for Walker running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Throw left side complete. That's Young. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Seahawks are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Looking to throw on second down. Bacon, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time